Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. So in the last one we got down some sacrifice and made some pretty cool stuff like the cursed earth and got a portal to the deep dark. So in this one I want to carry on with that cursed earth a bit and I think I want to do some more dungeoneering, so let's get to it. Okay, so I want to go and grab some more stuff from dungeons, but I kind of want to do it in a more quick way and not really have to, plow through the whole thing, go and get stuff out of chests, so let's make this interesting, shall we? Okay, so I'm pretty sure this plan should work. Yeah, so all I need to do is flick this lever and get the hell out of here. Yeah, this should be good. I like it. Yeah, that works. Oh, awesome, my grave is still here. That's good. That makes me very happy. Yeah, I'd say that was pretty... it was semi-effective. It cleared out a decent amount of the dungeon. Not entirely sure on in terms of, actually getting all the loot and stuff. Oh, god damn it, I did not think about that, did I? God shit. And this is why I have 2 spare jetpacks. I think that went pretty well all in all. It was a good explosion. I did die a little bit, but, that's what happens. Especially when it's me playing. You go away, zombie. Let me find my... that's the what I want. Come back, zombie. You come here now. And kill you in the face. Thank you, sir. So yeah, that was a good attempt at some automated dungeon clearing. Didn't do so great on the loot, though. Gotta say, I think I probably blew up most of the chests. Yeah. Definitely not so great on the loot clearing. Oh well, that was a good test all the same. So what I used there was some HE explosives, which was fun, from metallurgy, which are actually surprisingly easy to make as well. It's just some saltpeter or niter and sulfur, and creepers drop sulfur all the time, whether they explode or not, and saltpeter you just dig out of the ground. It's dead easy to find, and that makes you 4 of them. So naturally I made a stack of them and just chucked them all over the place, because why not? Yeah, that was semi-decent. I would kind of like to be able to get some more loot though, so I'm going to try this a different way, I think. Okay, automated dungeoneering take 2. I think this way is going to be a lot better. Definitely going to get absolutely everything out this time. See you later, you bastards. Have fun with that. Yep, this will definitely work a lot better. I'll just leave it to it. I'm going to make sure that I get everything out of this one. Okay, so that's some automated dungeon loot coming in. That should be pretty fun. That'll mine up all the chests and just pick up all the items for me. Job done. And demolishing everything and mining everything they love. Now for this thing that I made. This is our little automated mob spawner, which is pretty fun. Hey Skelly, what are you doing? Messing up my spawner. So what I've got going on here is a load of dark glass, which takes quite a while to make, but it's not too bad. If I look that up, whoops, dark glass, whoops, glass. It was a little bit of a pain to make this much, but seeing as just doing it all in one go, it wasn't too bad. So you need these blackout curtains, which is just 6 wool, easy enough. Then some more black ink, so I put the farm onto the black stained saplings for a while. And thickened glass, which I have to make sandy glass, which I get from sand and glass. Simple as that. So a bit annoying, but not too bad. So then in here I've got... underneath all the dark glass. The point in the dark glass is that I can see through it because I want to be able to see into it. Thought that'd be fun. But no light can get through, so they'll just carry on spawning all the time. So I've got the cursed earth in there, and I've got extra blocks in the middle so spiders don't spawn in there and mess it all up. And I've got pressure plates on top of the cursed earth. That's where the monsters are going to spawn. They're going to spawn straight on top of the pressure plates because they don't seem to mind spawning on top of there at all. And then behind that I've got some red alloy wire, and above those some pistons. So essentially when they spawn, they stand on top of the pressure plates and they get pushed off by the pistons down there. The red alloy wire is not too bad to make either. Red alloy. It is red alloy ingots and red iron compound, which is redstone around an iron. Simple enough. I did try doing it with normal redstone, but it just didn't seem to want to work, even though I thought it would. But hey ho, red alloy wire works fine. So then down here, so they get pushed off there, and then they come down onto these iron spikes. All fun. Hi creeper, how you doing? You're dead. Which are again a bit of a pain to make actually, but I figured they'd work well enough. but they are quite expensive. It's 3 iron, 3 iron swords, and a block of iron make 4 of them. So to make a ton of those, then that's all getting picked up by a vacuum hopper in the middle there. Vacuum hopper isn't too bad at all. Vacuum. Not sure why it's spelled with 2 U's, but hey. Obsidian, hopper, and an ender pearl. Easy enough. So all the drops are going to get sucked in by that vacuum hopper. It's just going to suck them in from all over the place. And that's going to a chest, to the, I can't remember what it's called, the mechanism transport pipe, logistical transport pipe, something like that. Which I figured would be a bit more fun, because I get to see all the items going past, rather than just having an ME cable there. Then that just shoots off down to the little basement area underneath my farm, and is going to another chest getting picked up by an ME import bus. Jobs are good, and I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. I think it looks kind of cool. Plus I get to see them die and all the items go zipping by, and that should just pretty much carry on working no matter where I am, which is pretty sweet. Alright, so the next thing that I want to get onto is making a bit more of a... Ooh, my portals have died. Am I running out of power? Potentially. I should look into this. Am I running out of power? Let's go have a look. Capacitors, how you doing? No, they're full. And you full too? Yeah, you're full too. I've turned this thing right down, seeing as I don't need barely any power at the moment. So put all the control rods up to about 90%. So yeah, that's not doing much. I don't know, maybe I just had a bit of a glitch. Unless my no, that's still full of power. Weird. Maybe my tesseracts are complaining and sucking up all the power. Those tesseracts are doing something quite fun for me, and that is to the deep dark. So we've also set up our digital miner here in the deep dark. Ooh, deep and dark. And we've got power coming in through a tesseract. Remember those tesseracts that they made for the power suit? Well, this is what they're actually used for sending and receiving things across dimensions and without cables and all that fun stuff. So I've got this set to a similar frequency. I've got the other one set up to my power grid in the basement over in the home, and this one's receiving power on that frequency. The other one's sending power on that frequency. This thing's getting it. I just thought to mine all of the ores in the world just by doing, what was it, All-Star? If I stop and reset this. Yeah, All-Star, that was the one. So that's just going to mine absolutely everything, of which there is apparently 39,000. Yeah, nice. So all of the ores for me, and then I've got another ender chest on the back here with the right... Actually, that's the wrong frequency. That is the wrong frequency. That's not sending to anything, right? No, it's not. Damn it. I need some bone meal, because I'm pretty sure the frequency I set it to was black, white, black. Let's try that. You on there. And bing. That should all start going away. Yep, there we go. Now it's all going zipped back, because I've got another one back home with an input bus on it. Job's good. Cool. And back home we go. Okay, so the next thing that I want to get onto is a very cool mod by the name of Remain in Motion. And what that does is let you create platforms which you can then move around the world. So you can sort of make a big ship out of them, but they're not really, particularly fast, like, at all. So, yeah, not going to be speeding across the landscape in this thing, but for automation could be very good. I kind of want to set up a mobile mining rig with this thing. So I'm going to get started with the basics of that today, and then refine it a lot later, so I can get a properly automated thing going in the deep dark. I think that's my plan. So what we're going to need for this is a carriage engine, which requires a carriage motor. What's that? Furnaces, redstone block, block of iron. Cool. Should not have all that apparently. I don't have any of that. Okay, furnaces first. Ding 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 ding. Load of them, please. Thank you. And then I need redstone blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should be good. There we go. Carriage motor. And one of them for a carriage engine. Awesome. Let's get rid of some of this other rubbish that I don't need. Cool. And then what else I'm going to be needed? I'm going to use support carriage here. These all sort of work in different ways, which I'll explain as we go along. For this I need carriage framework, which requires carriage panels, which requires a carriage crosspiece. It's basically just a ton of sticks. So I'm thinking I'm going to make 2 of these things. So let's get a bunch of them, a couple of them, and then I need to do this one with blue dye. Did I not make that into... No, I didn't. I need a lot more of those, don't I? I need like 4 more, or 8 more, I think. Yeah, 8 more. Or something. I just need a ton of them. Just make me a load. I can't be bothered to do the math. Just make me a ton of them. And make me some more sticks as well. Stick. Like a ton. A lot. Because sticks are easy to make. A ton of them, please. A few more. Oops. I'm losing everything. This one. More of them. Cool. Some of them. Cool. All of them. Sweet. Then I want to make this support carriage with that one. Yeah, there's actually 2 recipes for this one, which is kind of weird. As this one requires a carriage framework and a blue stain sapling, which makes 8. Or you can use or you can use 8 carriage frameworks and a blue dye to make 8. So it's just like, do you want to use 8 of these things to make 8 of them? Or do you want to use 1 of these things to make 8 of them? Weird balancing issue. Kind of odd. But, you know, I'll use 1, thanks. Makes it a lot easier for me. I'm also going to be using this screwdriver. Thank you. And that's everything we need. Awesome. Let's grab something to sort of build this thing out of. So let's, I don't know, what? Wood. That's what I meant to use. Let's grab, yeah, sure, some of this bloodwood. Just we're going as an example for today. Yeah, I'm going to need some way to drive this thing as well. I think I'm going to make a timer, which I haven't made before. Yeah, let's make one of them. Timer. That's all I need to make with this. Oh god, it's one of these things, isn't it? Of course. Okay, this could be a little bit annoying. So we need circuit plates, which is by smelting stone. So we can do that, yeah. Stone. There we go. And smelt a ton of this stuff up. There's the smelter, yes, good. So then what else do we need? Oops, I meant that one. So we need some redstone along like that. There's some anodes. Conductive plates. Let's make a bunch of them. And normal plates and a pointer. There's one of them. Oops, in you go. And cathode. There we go, there's a couple of them. And boom, timer. Awesome. So, actually I'm just going to grab a lever as well. There we go. Okay, so how this thing works is pretty cool. And I need to build up a bit of a ways out, just so I'm not next to the floor. And let's whack our something down. Actually, let's just use that as the base plate for it, I think. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. Let's make like a little platform for this thing, I guess. Just do it sort of a 3 by whatever. Doesn't really matter what size you're doing, because that's the entire point of this thing. You build your own big ship type things. So let's whack a carriage engine down there, and a support carriage can go there, and that should move this entire thing. And I've just realised I've built that like as if it's going to crash into there. I'd rather it didn't crash into there. That would probably be a plus. Let's put that on the other side. Yep. And then it's going to crash into there. Ah, whatever. This is just going to be an example. Yeah, carriage engine and support carriage, awesome. So, what this is doing is this frame carriage is connecting to all these blocks, and the carriage engine is going to drive the whole thing. So this blue one specifically is going to literally connect everything that is attached together. So this thing, anything that's attached to this, it will also take notice of every block that's attached to that as well. So yeah, this block's attached to that, so that means all of this is going to move as one. And some of the other ones do different things. So if I look at remain in motion, without a W in it, I'm not sure that's how you spell it. Remain in. There we go. So we have these different coloured ones. So this one all carry blocks directly touching it, so you'd have to make sort of a bed out of it and put blocks on top if you want to move them all. This one does a whole chunk, I guess. Cool. That one does it in a straight line, so you can use different colours depending on what you want to do. Personally, I just use this one because then I just tend to not run into anything. That seems like a good idea. So how this thing works, you just need to give it a redstone signal and it will move. So if I give it a lever, there we go, one pulse, turns it on and boom. Then if I hit it with a screwdriver and it gets that little graphic, see the little thing there, the little fuse type icon is changing. When it's on the electricity one, because this is giving it a constant input, it will carry on moving. So now it just won't stop, it'll just carry on going. You carefully need to turn that off, which can be a little tricky. You can't turn it off while it's still moving. It's a bit odd. But one of the main ways that you'll probably want to be using this thing is with automation, that kind of thing, unless you really do want to fly incredibly slowly towards something. Yeah. So a timer is a good idea. So if I walk this down, it's just going to work as a timer. This thing's currently set at 2 seconds, so it's going to send that thing a pulse every 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds it's going to move. Awesome. You can set that to whatever time you want. And this is going to be the basis of our mobile mining platform. Oh, come on. There we go. So essentially I'm going to put some probably mining wells on this thing, which are going to dig straight down in front of it, and then hook up some ender chests, some source of power, etc., and set up a timing system so that it will move, mine a load, move, mine, etc., and just basically dig out a huge ravine all the way across in the world somewhere. So also, I'm not going to do it here because I don't want a big, huge ravine here, but I'll stick it off somewhere, quite probably in the deep dark, where it's loads of ore generation and all that, and then we should have some automated mining going on. Like even better, because then we don't have to move it at all. We don't have to interfere with this thing again. It'll just carry on until the end of the world and keep mining us stuff up, which is awesome. So I'm going to go into that next time while I do some messing around with this, because it can get very, very complicated. Well, it does get very complicated. No can about it. There's also one last thing I've been working on a little bit, and that is working with the magical crops a little bit more. And don't worry about that, I'll get to that in a sec. So the magical crops let you grow pretty much anything you want. You can make seeds out of just about anything. If I look at magical crops in NEI, magical crops. Come on, there we go. So the way you're working with most of those things is making more and more essences to make different seeds, which then give you better essences, which you then need to craft the more expensive stuff, etc., working your way up the food chain, essentially. So, for example, something that I want to make is ender seeds, because they'll be a lot easier to work with than our ender pearl farm at the moment, the ender lily seeds. So to make them, I need strong essence, which I don't have. So to make strong essence, I need a strong infusion stone and regular essence. To make a strong infusion stone, I need some kind of other essence. To make a regular infusion stone, I need some kind of other essence, etc. So the main one you can make at the start is this weak infusion stone, after you've been digging essence dust out of the ground, and also the basic magic crops, these essence seeds, give you this essence dust as well. So diamond around a weak diamond and essence dust make sure a weak infusion stone. Bada bing. I've already done that. And that let me move on to something else that I wanted, which was dye seeds, which is a 4 weak essence, which is 4 regular essence dust around a weak infusion stone, and any kind of 4 dyes, which makes you dye seeds. And the reason I wanted them is because they are an option for making another kind of essence. So I think that was one more down. Yeah, to make the regular infusion stone rather than the weak one, I can use dye seeds. There they are. And also the dye essence that I'm getting from those dye seeds, as well as being able to upgrade, I can also use them to make pretty much any dye that I want, depending on the pattern. So I can make ink sacs out of doing 3 across like that. I can make rose reds, or just by sort of arranging them differently in the crafting table. So this is a good source of dyes, as well as letting me move up the Noki order in terms of magical crops. So that's the only one I've got up to so far, but I'm going to be carrying on with this quite a lot more, getting up some different crops. So I'm going to need to make glowstone crops would be good. I might get on do that one next, I think. After I make the regular infused stone out of the dye stuff, that'll be fun. But the main reason I wanted to use these instead of some of the other plants, like the ender lilies, that's going to be getting replaced with the magic crops farm soon, is that I can do this stuff with it. So I've got an aqueous accumulator down here with some water getting piped up there to a sprinkler. And what the sprinkler does is it essentially works like the watering can that we had a very long time ago. Ooh, that one's done. Cool, shiny. In that it basically increases the tick rate for everything that it's watering, which basically means everything grows faster. Simple as that. And that's good for the magic crops, because these are quite slow growing crops. However, that would be bad for these ender lilies. Ender lilies are a very slow process, and they always are going to be. If you try and bone meal things, they break and just give you the seed. if you try and use a watering can on them, there's a chance they'll just break and give you just a seed. So essentially there is no way to speed these things up, because any way that you could speed these things up, the model has thought of and he's gone, nope, sorry, Ender lilies are slow, that's the way it is. Which, you know, is fair enough, but we want something faster, so I'm probably going to be getting rid of this at some point. It's served as well for now, I suppose, but now we go on to magic crops, which we can speed up a lot with sprinklers, and also if we get into Darkcraft a little bit more, then we can make some time torches, which will increase the speed even more and get these things to go crazy fast. So that is what I'm going to be getting onto soon as well. So yeah, then we can even have like a diamond farm, stuff like that. You can make all sorts of cool seeds with these. Let's see what's got. We can get glowstone, we can get obsidian, dyes of course, ender pearls, nether. I wonder what that gives you. Give you netherrack, maybe? I don't know actually. Does it say nether essence around here? Yeah, there's nether essence. What do you use nether essence for? You use it to make nether quartz. Ooh, cool. So we did nether quartz, or nether warts, or nether brick, or netherrack, or soul sand. Ooh, that's cool. So yeah, these essences that you get from these crops are pretty awesome. You can make a lot of stuff out of them. So yeah, definitely want to go into that a bit more at some point. Oh, yeah, this sprinkler, by the way, it kind of is a little bit finicky about what it likes to be put on. It didn't want to connect up to the mechanical pipe that I've got coming out of the Accurus accumulator. I'm pretty sure it does work straight on top of the Accurus accumulator, I don't know. But it seems to like this portable tank quite nicely. So that's the one I went for in the end. Some other tanks didn't work either, but the portable tank seems happy enough. So yeah, that's just kind of watering all our crops for us in a decent area. And I really haven't planned this out very well, so I'll probably be refining this a lot as I go along. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. So thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm Strewdel, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.